Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Williams, and on behalf of George Langevin Sports Video Productions, like to welcome you to Lancaster, California, site of today's Super Game of the Week. It's State Cup action, and specifically, it's championship time in the girls under 9 division. We've got two top teams out on the field waving at us right there. Hi, everybody. That is the Carlsbad Lightning girls under 9 team. They're going to be going up against the Southern California Blues. The Lightning, they are in the red and black uniforms. The SoCal Blues, they are in those famous lime green uniforms. We're expecting to have a great game today as both of these teams have worked their way through bracket play, through semifinals, and now into the finals game. Last-minute words of encouragement, last-minute hugs, and we are moments away from getting started in this championship game right here in Lancaster, California. Head coach for the Carlsbad Lightning team, that is Jerry Mawley. The manager, Brian Webb. Let's take a look at the roster for the Carlsbad Lightning team. The goalkeeper for today's game, that's number 1, Ashley Seymour. Jenna Templin wears number 3. Jocelyn Pandoro is number 4. Wearing number 5 is Ruby Hellstrom. Riley Pigeon is number 7. Number 9 is Mia Wagner. Kate Weiss, number 10. Kaylee Webb, number 11. Number 12, that's Daphne Tenuto. Nicole Mariano is number 17. Number 21, that is Tina O'Donnell. Number 24, Megan Asmussen. And then number 25 is Delaney McKeon. Out on the field, the whistle blows, and we are underway. State Cup action being brought to you by the leader in prep sports coverage, that is George Langevin Productions. Taking a look at the roster now for the SoCal Blues. Lil Benner wears number 2. Number 3, that's Katie Hawley. Erica Wiles is number 5. Claire Moore is number 6. Number 7 is MJ Carpentier. Number 8, Olivia Espinoza. Skylar Smith is going to wear number 10. Number 11 is the keeper. That's Lauren Britsky. Maddie Desiano is number 13. Number 14 is Gwyneth George. Ellie Winkleman wears number 18, and rounding out the roster for the Blues, number 22, Tegan Wasserman. Head coach Mary Naimie and manager Bob Hawley bring the Blues to this championship game. And we are underway now, a few minutes into the game. Both teams moving the ball back and forth on the field, kind of trying to get a feel for one another. The Lancaster National Soccer Center is a really nice facility. It is wide open. There's a lot of fields here. We're in the high desert area, so a couple things you get here is you get the wind, and you'll be able to see today that we've got wind out on the field. Trying to put something together here offensively on the attack is the Blues, but it's denied by the defense of Lightning. So it can get cold and windy. It can get rainy. You got snow in the higher elevations of the mountains around us, and so that brings some coolness, that is, to this field. But you know what? I think most of the athletes would like to see some cold weather than hot, warm weather. That was a nice slide tackle by the defense of the Lightning, throwing in on the far sideline into the air. Looking for control with the header is going to be the Blues, but now taken by the Lightning. That was Morgan Asmussen doing a nice job. She'll get the foul called in her favor, and so the kick will come in now. Free kick time by the Lightning. No score as we are just underway in this great championship game in the girls under 9 division. Both of these teams work their way through bracket play, rounds of 32, semifinals to get here. That's a lot of soccer play and a lot of great teams that they have had to go up against. But they have prevailed on both sides of the ball, and here we are right now, moving on the far sideline. That is George, and she is 2-on-1. The defense is there by Weiss as well as Pandoro. Ball outside of the touchline. And so now we're going to get a corner kick for the very first time on the far sideline. Corner kick for SoCal Blues. You'll see the wind. It's blowing those flags. Big, nice kick by the Blues inside the box, but it gets by everybody and sails out. That was a nice, strong kick by the Blues offense. It sailed by everybody, and now touch of the ball with the throw-in on the near sideline for Lightning. Getting to the ball, Lightning. Ball towards the net, but sails wide off the foot of Tegan Wasserman. And the kick will come back in by Lightning. So if you take a look at the bracket play for the Carlsbad Lightning, they went 3 wins in each of their bracket play games. Good, strong kick way downfield. Wow, nicely done. Opportunity now looking for by the Lightning. Trying and battling for the ball, taking a slight tumble, Kaylee Webb. And now focused on a move downfield. It is Lightning. Shot on goal. Save. Big time save by Ashley Seymour. Wow. Rocket heading towards the top of the box right underneath the bar. And for Seymour, she comes up with a big save for Carlsbad Lightning. Blues with the corner kick. Here it comes. Nicely done and cleared out by Lightning. Nice job by the Lightning. They had the wall built on the far side post. And now challenge for the ball with Asmussen. Crosses the midfield line. Picked up on the far sideline. Now attempting to move the ball inside. Opportunity. Shot on the goal. It's a slow roller off the foot of Benner. Picking down to get that ball is Seymour. Seymour has been busy in the first few minutes of this game. The offensive attack in favor of the Blues as they try and bring it down again. Nice takeaway by Weiss. She'll send it back downfield, answered by the Blues. And now going after the ball is Webb, who takes a tumble. That gives a free kick in favor of the Lightning. Number 7, that's Riley Pigeon. She's got a good, strong leg on her. Let's see what she can do right here, right now. Number 7, Riley Pigeon, puts the ball back into play for the Lightning. Nice ball downfield on the hop. It's on the ground and loose. Pushed away at the last moment by the Blues. Nice ball downfield by Pigeon. It was the keeper, Britsky, who was trying to get control of the ball. She lost control, only to find her teammates right there, right place, right time, to push the ball out. After the moment is said and done, we get a corner kick now by Carlsbad Lightning. And once again, the foot of Riley Pigeon will attempt to try and do some damage against the Blues. Wind blowing into the face of Pigeon, so that'll make it a little bit tougher to get that ball across. Stays on the ground. A lot of people in the box area, cleared out temporarily by the Blues, trying to race downfield now. Breakaway opportunity. Blues looking for a shot. Having to pass off at the last minute. It's still on the ground. It's still loose. Shot on goal finally. And that sails wide. Oh my. It seemed that Maddie Desiano broke free well ahead of defenders, and she was going to go one-on-one with Ashley Seymour. But she felt pressure from the defense of Lightning coming up on both sides, so she held up. And then for the Lightning, they were able to regroup, and here we are back in at it. But that was a scary moment for Lightning and Seymour. So things slow down a little bit as the ball rolls outside of the far touchline. Throw-in coming in by Lightning. Touch the ball off of Webb. Kaylee's foot sends it out, and so possession turns over to the Blues. No score in this game. A lot of excitement, though. That's what you expect when you come to a championship game. Both teams very, very capable of putting the ball in at any given time. You take a look at the results of the bracket plays early on when they first started this march towards the championship game. And you take a look at the bracket play results for the Lightning. For the Lightning in game number 1, they went up against Real California FC. It was a close one, but Lightning put 3 goals into the net. They beat Real California 3-2. In game number 2, you take a look at the game results, and Lightning against NHBFC really did some offensive damage against that team. Offensive damage coming in the score of 7 goals and a shutout. That was a nice day and a nice game of play for Carlsbad Lightning. Now with the ball on the near sideline, that is Kaylee Webb. Webb looking for some help inside, takes a shot on goal, and that is denied by Brisky. Waiting, Webb looking for it, and took the shot on goal. Had help on the far sideline in case Britsky might have mishandled that ball. It probably would have gone in for a goal, but not the case. So we back up the other way. Nice pass inside. Trying to get to the ball first is Emily Benner, and that's going to go outside, and so we'll have a kick. So just as quick as Lightning puts the ball towards the net, the Blues come right back. For Carlsbad Lightning and Coach Jerry Molly, they definitely have their work cut out for them. There's a lot of speed on the SoCal Blues team. And for Molly and the defense, they've got to shut that speed down with good aggressive defensive play. Right now, both teams still battling it out at no score in this first half. Throw in by the Blues. Good action right in front of us. No fear effort by Kaylee Webb right there. And now a touch of the ball by Mariano. Mariano going after her own ball as it looks like it runs out of turf on the far sideline. Throwing the ball in, far side, Kate Weiss. Weiss trying to get it right over to Ruby Hellstrom. Watching the ball sail out is Hellstrom. She'll have the throw in the picture. That's Kaylee Webb. Looking for Nicole Mariano. Once again, ball outside of the touchline, throw in by Ruby Hellstrom. Nice arcing ball looking for Mariano. Ball on ground. Coming into the picture is Webb. Webb, ball on the ground, shot on goal, Webb scores! Big score by Kaylee Webb. She came into the picture, took one shot on goal, denied, stayed with it. She comes back, strong foot on goal, and there you see it. The first goal of the game by number 11, Kaylee Webb. Well, the ball was bouncing around very lazily on the far side corner, and quickly into the picture, Webb looked to capitalize. And Webb fired up now. She sends a cannon downfield. Well, it was most of this first half the Blues who were time and time again finding themselves deep into the Lightning part of the field, putting offensive attack pressure on Seymour and the Lightning defense. But it was Kaylee Webb who comes up with the big shot on goal and score. Webb's going to limp off a little bit. She attacked the ball on the earlier play, sending the ball way downfield, but also running into one of the other players. She looks like she's okay. She's coming off the field to take a breather. Into the game, that's Tina Adone. Blues now looking to answer back straight on down the field into the waiting arms of Ashley Seymour. As a keeper, you need to have a lot of different talents. You need to have the agility to move left or right. As we saw early in the game, Ashley needs to be able to jump up high and take control of the ball. But most importantly, you have to have two more things. You have to have great hands, great control of the ball, and then of all things most important, you need to have the no fear attitude. You have the ball coming at you, or you have offensive attackers coming at you, and you have to keep focused and you have to stand your ground. Both sides of the ball have got great keepers. Ashley Seymour for the Lightning, Lauren Britsky for the Blues. Setting up attack on goal, it's Pandoro now trying to get it to the center of the field. One touch back up, nothing happens as the tackle sends the ball out to the far sideline. Ball stays in bounds by the Blues. Picked up by number 22, Wasserman, when she gets going. Look out there. Focus opportunity, trying to make the turn, and it won't happen. So Adone, who came into the game, sees some action early on as she took control of the ball on the near sideline, trying to make that turn towards the net, couldn't quite get there. Substitution coming back into the game is Kaylee Webb. Taking a breather now is Morgan Osmussen. Ball back into play. Touch by Adone. Touch of the ball out to the far sideline, Weiss, and that's going to roll out last touched by Blues. So the throw-in comes by Mia Wagner.
Well done, Kate. Kate, you superstar, babe. Hey, guys.
Referee making sure that number 10, Kate Weiss, is okay. She's stretching out the foot, and the throw-in comes inside now. Look out, big opportunity. Boy, Kaylee Webb saw number 18, Ellie Winkleman, just charging at her. And for Webb, she has no fear herself. She stood her ground. But what a big giant of a player number 18, Winkleman is. Substitutions now for the Blues. You know, whether you're a goalkeeper or you're just any player on the field, you have to have that confidence and no fear attitude, because it's all about execution. Aggressive attacking of the ball, aggressive offensive attack, aggressive defense, it's all there. And you see right there in a touch attempt by Adone to try and put that ball. It's battling back and forth as we go. Good girls under 9 championship action in the first half of play here at Lancaster National Soccer Center. This is the championship game. Blues going up against Lightning. Right now it's Lightning enjoying a 1-0 lead as we enter the final minutes of this first half of play. Score on goal by number 11, Kaylee Webb. That is the difference in this game, and we'll see if it holds up. We finished talking about the bracket play for both these teams. In game number 3 for the Lightning, they defeated North County Cosmos 4-0. So when you take a look at the total number of goals scored in the 3 games of bracket play for the Lightning, very, very impressive, as the Lightning puts up 14 goals to the opponent's 2. Adone trying to battle for control of the ball. Shot on goal. That was a tough one. And smothering it up is Seymour. Very tough for Seymour. Standing in direction, right in her way, was Riley Pigeon. Pigeon was doing her job, but without realizing it, made it a little bit difficult for Seymour to see that ball coming in. But Seymour, the keeper that she is, was able to regain focus and smother that ball. When you get, whether it's one person or even, a lot of people in that small box area, very difficult for the keeper to try and stay focused on the ball. But Seymour did exactly what she did. And, of course, so did Riley Pigeon as well. Taking a look at bracket play on the blue side of the field is a couple of their scores in their game number 1. They scored 5 goals against the Shooting Stars. Well, no scores. They defeated them 5-0. But that wasn't the end of the story for the SoCal Blues. In their next game against Elite FC, the Blues really poured it on, scoring 10 unanswered points for a final score of 10-0, 10 goals to nothing. So in their 2 games, and we don't have the results of their 3rd game, but in their 2 games, they scored 15 goals to the opponent's none. So when you take a look at the 14 goals by the Lightning and the 15 goals by the Blues in 5 games, that's what we have is 5 games, 24 points scored, 24 goals scored to 2 by the opponents. That is a wow statistic. Corner kick now, coming in hard, right in front, and oh my! Ashley Seymour does the job, just barely, just outside the goal line. Look where that ball is standing. That ball originally was right where Seymour grabbed on that ball, planted her feet, and would not budge. Give credit to the Blues. That was a nicely played corner kick. Nice strong ball came in right where it needed to be, right as it arced towards the far post. And Seymour, though, was right at the place, right time, perfectly positioned to take control of that ball. Well, Blues definitely continue to put offensive attack pressure, but it's the Lightning off the foot of number 11, Kaylee Webb, who really have done the early scoring in this game, and they lead 1-0 in this first half of play.
Easy, babe. I'll tell you when.
So in the semifinal action for both of these teams, in the semifinals, it was Lightning defeating Surf White in penalty kicks by a score of 3-2. On the other side of the ball, it was SoCal Blues defeating in regulation play Beach 99 White by a score of 2-0. But you erase all of that. You erase the bracket play, you erase the semifinal results, and you start all over again, as we did today here, with the championship game. Corner kick one more time for the SoCal Blues. In defensive position, it's Wagner. Offensive position, it's Brenner. Once again, a nice job in getting that ball crossing the face of the goal, but nobody there to touch the ball, so it ends up on the other side. Ref is saying there must have been some sort of touch by the defense, because it's now corner kick time on the near side of the field. Tegan Wasserman brings it in. Once again, gets by everybody. Going after the ball too at first is Olivia Espinoza. For defense, Kate Weiss back in control, looking for an opportunity. Nice footwork, denied. Foot on the goal, or foot on the ball, that is, by Skylar Smith. Shot on goal, sails wide. A lot of bodies right at the top of the box. Blues, foot on the ball, sends it just wide. And Ashley Seymour giving back over to the big foot of Riley Pigeon to put the ball back into play. Near side action. It's going to go out. Off of the foot. Last touch Blues. Throw in. Right in front of us. Nice close-up of Pandora. 3-on-1. Nice triangular attempt defensively. Webb takes a tumble, and that's going to be a kick awarded to Carlsbad Lightning. Referee talks to Holly just to make sure that we all understand that we have to be careful in how we play. It was not intentional, but the referee is simply going to place in the back of Holly's mind a reminder to play safe. Ball comes in from another field, and as you can see, the fields are laid out right next to one another, maybe 25 yards. Pigeon now kips it on the ground, and that'll sail wide of the near bar. Possession over to the Blues. They'll start over. So you have fields all around of us. Goal box to goal box, touchline to touchline. There's quite a number of fields here, and a lot of teams that are playing in all levels. So the ball comes back into play. Touch of the ball by Pandora. Now picked up by Mariano. Mariano has an opportunity. Shot on goal. Scores! The 1-2 combination. Nicole Mariano puts the ball towards the net, and number 9, Mia Wagner, finishes it off. Great 1-2 play by the Lightning, and they go out in front now of the SoCal Blues by a score of 2-0. Well, Mariano took that ball, made the turn, saw that open channel, put the ball towards the net, and on the far post side, standing there was, it looked like, both Mia Wagner and possibly Kaylee Webb, but I'm going to say that it was Wagner who put the ball into the net. They all took a tumble, but when it's all said and done for the Lightning, they get goal number 2 in the first half, and they now lead the SoCal Blues in this championship game by a score of 2-0. Ball outside, quick throw in. Time running out, at least here in the first half of play. Blues trying to quickly get something going on, but no, says the defense of the Lightning, as they put that ball back into play with a throw on the far sideline. Kick coming off the foot of the keeper, Britsky, on a couple bounces downfield. Watching that out. That was a nice heads-up play by Jocelyn Pandoro. Pandoro attempted or thought about controlling the ball, then realized just to watch it go right out. Opportunity on the near corner. Quickly shut down by the Lightning defense. Ball comes back in. Downfield, who gets to it first? Picked up by Winkleman. Trying to move it on the far sideline. Challenged by Wagner. On the far sideline, kick coming in off the foot of Katie Hawley. Looking for a big windup, and here comes the ball into play. Nicely done. It'll take a bounce inside, a lot of bodies. Cleared out effectively. And that is the whistle that ends the first half of play. Spirited action by both sides of the ball for the Blues. Time and time again, a lot of offensive attack pressure, but give credit to the Carlsbad Lightning and Ashley Seymour. They deny the Blues from scoring on the other side of the ball. It's both Webb and Wagner who put goals in this first half of play, and that's where we end.
You can't allow them to set it up and shoot Ashley, okay? Ashley's having a great game, but one of these shots, if you guys don't get there, it's going to go in. It's going to go in. So it's very important right now that you make sure that when we get it out, you come up. And I know you're tired. I know you're tired, but so are they. They're tired too, okay? So when we see that chance to get up there, let's do it. Let's get there. Up tall, all right? All right? So it is very important that you really work a little bit harder up there. There's somebody else in the game. We're up 2-0. But I need you to work a little bit harder up there. Kaylee? We just scored another one right now. How much left in that gas tank? Yeah. Hey, you can't live when you run out of the ball. Now we go. You can't live when you run out of the ball. So what I want to see is get it, take it, go at them. They're backing off you all the time, and that pressure on them is very important. They're backing off you all the time. So when you get it, but what I need is when Kaylee's running with the ball forward, and the runners go here and here. Because Kaylee is going to be looking for that, and then keep the ball in the middle, okay?
You guys have to be moving the wrong
Ready to start the second half of play in the girls under-9 championship game. And right there, you've got the Lightning. They are revved up and ready to go as they continue in this game. They enjoying right now a 2-0 lead over the SoCal Blues. We'll see what can happen in this second half, because as you know, anything can. Both these teams are definitely top rated. We talked about their offensive attack power early in the first half. From the Lightning side of the field, scoring 14 goals in week 2, scoring 3 more in the semifinals match to get them here. So they've scored 17 goals on their march to get down here. The important key as well is that the other team, the opponents, have only scored about 3 goals. So that's a big point advantage, goal advantage for Carlsbad Lightning. Throw in on the near sideline. Picked up midfield by Lightning. Nice interception and bringing it downfield now. Nicely done. Foot on the ball by number 9, Mia Wagner. That was a nice takeaway by Webb. Wagner trying to get for the ball, battling for it. And the whistle blows. That'll be favor of SoCal Blues. In the round of 32, that was in week number 2, in the round of 32, Lightning went up against CV Manchester Red, and they pounded Manchester Red by a score of 9 goals to nothing. In the round of 16, it was Lightning versus LAFC, and for the Lightning, they came out on top, again shutting out their opponent by a score of 2-0. And then in the quarterfinals matchup, it was Lightning going up against NH Black, and NH Black lost to Lightning by a score of 4-1. So in the first round of bracket play, 14 goals scored. And in the week 2 play of round of 32, round of 16 quarterfinals, it was 15 goals scored. So you add those together and you got 29 goals scored against 3 goals by the competition. So if History has anything to say, what you're going to look at is the SoCal Blues have got a tough challenge ahead of them. Now the Blues, they have been very efficient at bringing the ball downfield. As you can see, once again, you've got the Blues down deep in Lightning territory. The Blues have consistently, during the first half, been putting offensive attack pressure on the Lightning. But when it comes to goals, Lightning has stood strong. Their defense has been there off the defensive power of not only the team, but led by Riley Pigeon and Ashley Seymour. So right now, for head coach Mary Naimie of the SoCal Blues, they got to figure out a way to puncture the defense of the Lightning. And by the way, it's something that not many teams get a chance to do. But here's an opportunity right here who is developing, and it's shut down quickly. But that's what the SoCal Blues have been doing. They've been getting inside the box. They've been putting pressure from the corners straight down the middle. But giving credit to head coach Jerry Molly and the whole defense of the Lightning is they have not allowed it to develop any type of score. Clear out by Lightning. Back to the midfield line. Picked up by, picked up by Morgan Osmussen. Osmussen, it's battle for the ball, won by Gwyneth George.
Win the ball, Josh.
Touch of the ball by Wasserman to the far sideline. Trying to get to it is Skylar Smith. Over there for defense, the hard-charging Jocelyn Pandoro. Jocelyn doing a nice job on the defensive side of the ball as well. Wasserman trying to get to it, battling forward as well is Kaylee Webb. Slide tackle attempt successful by Wasserman, but coming right back. Play on, says referee. Now the ball comes to the net, and taken by Seymour. Seymour, laser eyes and fantastic hands as she gobbles up another ball. Nice move there by Nicole Mariano. Mariano 2-on-1, tries to deliver it to the top of the box, overtaken and cleared out temporarily. Pushing the ball downfield. Pigeon going after it. Pigeon wants to turn the ball back around, and she does so. But here comes the offensive attack. Picked up again by Seymour. So Seymour picking up where she left off at the end of the first half, and that was being very, very busy in the keeper's box. Throw in on the near sideline by Gwyneth George. Taking a wicked hop way up high off the foot of Pigeon.
Keep going, keep going. Go, have a one. Win the ball. Win the ball.
Good close-up action right in front of us as Kaylee Webb battling with George.
Daphne, back up.
Throw in on the near side, Erica Weiss for SoCal Blues.
Morgan, drop again, Morgan.
Header action by Asmussen. Possession stays SoCal Blues. Push off. Enjoyed now. Advantage Lightning. They'll have the kick to bring it in. Pigeon with the kick. We've seen Pigeon before. She's got a cannon for the leg. She's going to send it downfield. Nice kick. Trying to lead Mariano, and gobbling up the ball is Britsky, keeper for the Blues. That was a nice calculated pass attempt. Pigeon punches that ball up and over, leading Nicole Mariano, but in time was Lauren Britsky, the keeper, to smother up the ball. So the ball will come back in off the foot of Pigeon. Taking a look at the roster, we'll run through it really quickly for Lightning. You've got Seymour as the keeper, and then you've got Templin 3, Pandoro 4, 5 is Hellstrom, 7 is Pigeon, number 9 is Wagner, 10 is Weiss, Webb 11, 12 Tenuto, Mariano 17, 21 O'Donnell, Osmus is 24, number 25 is McKeon. Picked up. And now towards the net. Looking for the clear out. Nicely done by Pandoro. And now a big boot on the ball way downfield off the foot of Webb. Picked up far sideline Smith, and out it goes off the foot of Pandoro. Throw in far side Blues. On the blue side of the ball in the keeper's box, it's Britsky. Benner is number 2, number 3, Holly. Number 5 is Weiss, number 6 is Moore. Number 8, Espinoza, number 10 is Smith. Britsky, the keeper, wears number 11. Deciono is 13. George is 14. Number 18 is Winkleman, and number 22 is Wasserman. Throw in. First touch of the ball by Webb, now taken over by Wasserman. Nice feed inside. Oh my! Battling for the ball, going over Seymour. That was a nicely developed offensive attack play right there by Blues. It was 3 folks coming downfield, nicely led right inside, looking for the pass to the far post. Didn't happen because it was broken up by Ashley Seymour. Corner kick comes in, still in front of the box, trying to clear it out successfully is Lightning. So Lightning once again displaying that strong defensive wall. And right now, no matter what the Blues try and do, they get it close, but they can't find the magic key to put the soccer ball in the net. Towards the net again, bounces and sails wide, smothered by Seymour. I have not seen Seymour at all juggle any of the balls that she's touched. She grabs the ball and she just hangs on to that thing with no trouble at all. Nicely done. Throw in near side. George right in front of us, a big flowing long hair. Who's got the ball? Nicely done footwork by Smith. Leading over to George. George trying to put it towards the net. No. Picked up by Wasserman. She's going to take a shot. Sails short and wide. Still involved as Wasserman shot on goal. What happens? Referee says no play. There was a lot of melee over on the far side of the box area. And so for the referee, he calls a dead ball back to the Lightning. Re-kick, Pigeon. Booms it. Back down into play. Up into the air. And this time, now opportunity for the Blues. They are down deep. Winkleman, right-footed. Places the ball down on the hop. Top of the box action. For control, trying to work her way through. Defense is too strong. Taken back over, trying to drive the ball downfield. Nicely done. Number 11, Kaylee Webb, brings the ball way downfield for Lightning. Back for control, attack. Defensively, Hellstrom. Stop with the ball, nicely done. 2-on-1. Mariano overtaken temporarily by Wiles. Out it goes, last touch. Lightning throw in far side. Check that near side of us. Always nice to get the action right in front of the camera. Webb sends it down. Big kick, trying to capitalize quickly on the offensive positioning, trying to catch the Lightning out of defensive position. In that case, Skylar Smith runs out of turf. Substitutions have been made quite commonly now here in the second half by head coach Jerry Molly. And that seems understandable as the athletes being on the field for a full first half and then coming right back in, playing very hard, giving that 100% effort. It's nice to be able to have that opportunity to put in substitutions. Moving a little closer are the Blues. Throw in Gwyneth George. George over to Smith. Smith trying to work her way inside. Once again, defense is there. Take a look at how many defenders was inside the box for Lightning. They had at least 6. And it looks like we might have an injured player down on the field. Both teams going after the ball. That looks like Riley Pigeon is hurting. You know, that shin area and ankle area, very susceptible when you're both trying to put your feet on the ball. Nicely done. Coach comes out to make sure that Ruby, I'll check that Riley is okay. Riley taking one for the team right there. She's going to step out, take a breather. She'll be back. You know, if you don't get a chance to really appreciate soccer, and of course those of you that are watching this game fully know that soccer is a contact sport. The difference is other contact sports have equipment other than just some shin guards. You got a helmet, you know, you got shoulder pads, you got a lot of protection. But in soccer, you got some shin pads, and really that's about it. Of course, you might have a little tiny cloth padding, maybe if you're lucky as a keeper, but basically aside from gloves and some shin guards, you just don't have a whole heck of a lot. And so these bodies collide a la in a rugby match. Take a look right there. Wasserman comes in. She takes some pounding by the ball, bouncing into her face. So you can really appreciate the physical talent that's needed to be able to play this game. You need to have not only the physical talent, but you have to have the physical strength to be able to play the ball as well. Substitution time. Back into the game now is Pigeon. She looks healthy as she trots back in. Defense for Lightning is Hellstrom. So now you've got all the Blues offensive attack players down deep. Throw in coming in off of Espinoza. Throw comes in. Gets by everybody into the air off the foot of Pigeon. Touch of the ball by Webb. Now the ball's moving towards the net. Challenged successfully by Pigeon. Back out it goes. Once again, throw in far sideline Blues. They're still looking for that opportunity. Looking for the shot on goal. Gets inside towards the net. Cleared out. So the ball was shot on goal, but the positioning of the Lightning defense was there. Back down the ball comes on the far sideline. Trying to get to the ball, racing for it. Espinoza for Blues, Pandoro for Lightning, run out of turf, and so the ball comes back over to Lightning. So SoCal Blues running that broken record theme here, time and time again, down deep, heavy offensive attack pressure on Carlsbad Lightning, but the Lightning defense stays strong. 2-0. That is the score as we are in the second half of this championship game. Carlsbad Lightning 2 and SoCal Blues nothing. Throw in coming in after substitutions and double substitutions. O'Donnell and Weiss comes into the game. Throw in. Double 10s in the picture as it throws out. Number 10 for the Blues, that's Skylar Smith, and Kate Weiss for Carlsbad Lightning. You are watching Girls Under 9. It's the championship game. This game being brought to you by George Langevin Sports Video Productions. George is your leader, as always, in Game of the Week coverage, and this one's super Game of the Week for us. We're at the Lancaster National Soccer Center in Lancaster, California. State Open Cup Championship game, Girls Under 9, and right now it's Carlsbad Lightning 2. SoCal Blues still looking for a goal. Sails wide of the near post off the foot of Tegan Wasserman, and that'll go back now for Lightning. These athletes play a lot of soccer, and many times when you talk to some of these athletes, they do a lot of other things. They'll play other sports, they'll be heavily involved with academics, because usually you'll find that great athletes are also great students.
He fell down.
O'Donnell runs up the back of the Lightning player, at least that's what the ref believes, and so the Blues will get the ball. Quick start by Winkleman. Trying to push it through. Nice job. Jocelyn Pandoro, who might be just 3/4 of the size of most of the athletes out on the field, she does a nice job moving downfield with the ball. Webb trying to make the turn, can't do it. 2-on-1 defensively for the Blues. But this whole thing started by Jocelyn Pandoro way back in their neck of the fields as she muscled the ball away from at least 2 Blues players and gave Webb the opportunity to bring the ball downfield. Big throw by Webb, headed back out, but Webb's going to get to the ball. Not quite in time. Moving downfield and running out of turf. So using the sideline, nicely done by Pandoro. And the throw-in comes in on the near side. Pandoro over there as well as O'Donnell. O'Donnell trying to take that ball away. Nicely done as well. You hear the coach on the sideline agreeing. Anytime you can get into that position where you got strong defense and an attempt to take away, it does a couple things. A, you are going to get the ball back, and B, is that you are eating up time on that clock. Nicely done downfield. Good job by Nicole Mariano. She took control of that ball and headed it towards the net. Keeper Britsky was there and sends it back the other way. Driving for the ball and control, Pandoro. Pigeon touches the ball. Gets by everybody, going after the ball. First touch, Lightning, but standing in the right place at the right time. And the foot on the ball coming downfield is O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking at some really good abilities there. She shows some good fundamental skills of controlling the ball and getting it back down into action. Trying to split defenders is done. With the ball, Wasserman now wide open on the near sideline. Can she put it towards the ball? She does. but it slowly rolls out. So there was another opportunity for the SoCal Blues. Wide open on the left wing, could not find the muster to put the ball at any length of time towards the net. Wasserman. Pandoro, she's going to get over there. So is Pigeon as it runs back out. Well, you might think that simply the law of probabilities is going to be in favor of the SoCal Blues right now, as for the majority of this second half, they have dominated on the offensive attack. They have kept the ball down and put a lot of pressure on the defense of Carlsbad Lightning. But give credit to the Lightning, because once again, as we've said, their defensive remains strong. And when you look at all of the shutouts that the Lightning has enjoyed in bracket play and then in week 2 action, this is nothing new for them. They shut out NHB FC, they shut out North County Cosmos, they shut out LAFC, and they shut out CV Manchester Red. Of the other games, out of the 6 games that they played, they only allowed 2 goals. Moving into the semifinals, it was Surf White. It was really their toughest game. It was against Surf White. In that game, they had to go to penalty kicks, with the final score there once again being 3-2 Lightning. The thing that's got to be frustrating for the Blues is they've had a tremendous success in this road to the championship game as well. When you take a look at the number of goals that they scored in bracket play, they scored 15 goals and totally shut out their 2 opponents. Then in week 2 of round of 32, round of 16 quarterfinals, they put 8 goals in to just 1 for their opponent. So they certainly are used to scoring goals in games, but at this game, it's a little bit different. The championship game brings the 2 top scoring teams together, both offensively, but also some of the top defensive teams as well. But right now, it's the offense and defense of Carlsbad Lightning that is actually showing strong right here. Staying with the ball the whole way, Nicole Mariano now coming in as a substitution. Looks like that's Delaney McKeon. So McKeon now into the game. And the throw-in will come in right in front of us by SoCal Blues' Erica Weiss. We are moving now into the 23rd minute of this second half. So the 48th minute of the entire game. And so time is definitely running out now here for the Blues. They have got to immediately capitalize on possession of the ball and try and find something to happen. But the defense for Lightning continues to come back time and time again. Nice touch of the ball by McKeon. McKeon showed that nice trap and push off of the ball. Downfield to the ball, double 10, Smith for the Blues and Weiss for Lightning. Referee's looking at his watch because he knows time is running out. We are more than likely less than a couple minutes remaining in the game. Gorgeous day for soccer here at the Lancaster National Soccer Center. And you can see action on other fields behind you as a lot of teams are playing during this time of the day. Looking for the clear out. Blues still trying to keep the ball into the Lightning side of the field. This time it doesn't happen, but a quick turn on the ball by Winkleman helps out. Wasserman. Battling for the ball. Little shove from behind by Wagner. That gives advantage to the Blues. As we said, it's an aggressive game. Straight down the middle, touched by Pigeon. Ping pong action, taken out by Asmussen on the far sideline. So this game's going to go down in history as a very frustrating game for the Blues. They have not been able to find a way to penetrate this very, very strong defense of the Carlsbad Lightning team. Well, as Seymour goes to grab the ball and put this ball back into play, you got to believe that Coach Jerry Molly and manager Brian Webb has got to be very, very proud of this team. They've scored the goals they've needed. They've put up the great defense that they've needed, and they are about to take ownership and win this game right out. Delaney with defense, trying to spread the team out. Moving downfield, mirroring the offensive attacker is Jocelyn Pandoro. And Pandoro, a great reflection of what they've done all day today. Sticking with the offensive attackers and never giving up. So the sidelines are starting to erupt with cheer for Carlsbad Lightning as they realize they are getting closer and closer by the second to capturing the championship in the girls under 9 division. Back in front. Double tumble on the ground. Webb and Wiles. Once again, Carlsbad Lightning and the crew, parents, family, friends, are just waiting for the whistle to be blown by the referee. Midfield action, getting to the ball first is Pigeon, and that is the whistle. And congratulations goes to Coach Jerry Molly and manager Brian Webb and all of the Carlsbad Lightning girls under team players as they win the State Open Cup championship game here in Lancaster, California, as they successfully defeat a hard-charging SoCal Blues team by a score of 2-0. The winning team, Seymour, Templin, Pandoro, Hellstrom, Pigeon, Wagner, Weiss, Webb, Tenuto, Mariano, O'Donnell, Asmussen, and McKeon, all combined for a 2-0 shutout over a team that really put a lot of offensive attack pressure on the Carlsbad Lightning all game long. But the defense was there, the offense was there, and at the end of the day, Carlsbad Lightning girls under 9 crowned the champions for the day. And now the athletes meet at midfield, congratulating one another for a well-fought battle. But on this day, in Lancaster, California, it's Carlsbad Lightning girls under 9 crowned the champions. And you can see the parents giving the high fives to the athletes. They're going to have some great stories to sit down at dinner tonight and over the next few days to be able to relive this great and exciting day. Well, on behalf of George Langevin Sports Video Productions, I'd like to thank you for watching, and as always, we'll see you again. Bye-bye, everybody.
First of all, on behalf of Cal South and the State Cup Committee, we want to thank everybody standing here for their patience, cooperation, and sponsorship of the Girls 9 State Open Cup Tournament. I know we had some breaks in there that were basically uncontrollable, and we appreciate the fact that everybody worked with us to have these two teams sitting here today. So from our standpoint, thank you very, very much. Second of all, we want to congratulate both SoCal Blues and Carlsbad Lightning Red for getting to the championship game of the Girls 9 Open Cup. It is a tremendous, tremendous accomplishment to get to this point and be able to sit here as one of the two teams that played in the championship game. And from everybody's standpoint, standing around, with regards to these two teams, we want to make sure everybody understands that there are no losers today. Everybody, to get to this point, is a winner. And we want to congratulate both teams for a tremendous, tremendous tournament. All right, to Mary. There she is, on this side.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys notice we get the one that's falling down? Second place. Lightning, awesome job. We never met this year, did we? I coach two teams, I get confused. But I heard about you guys. I knew we were in for some trouble. I came over and peeked and watched your overtime and watched your PKs. You made all of them. Woo! I was a little scared about that. We're still working on our PKs. So congratulations, enjoy this. It's a really, really big deal to get to the State Cup Finals. When you do it so young, you tend to think that, oh, we're gonna do this every year, and it could be the only time in your youth career you're sitting here, you know, for any team, or even in the finals. So you've got to appreciate it, enjoy it, and really make the most of it. So congratulations, and you guys should celebrate and have parties and do crazy stuff. Okay? Crazy stuff. Throw pies in your coaches' faces, lots of stuff.
Okay, that's good.
And my girls, awesome, I'm so proud of you. Climbing up that mountain. Representing Coast Soccer League. That's right. One of only two teams that made it this far. I'm super proud of you guys. Awesome. Okay, she's been sick the last 2 weekends and hasn't been able to play, but has been rooting for us here. Mijay. Erica. Congratulations. Katie. Good job. Gwyneth. Emily. Skylar. Maddie. Lauren. Super goalies. Claire. Tegan. Olivia. Good job, Lip Lip. And Ellie, Winky. Thank you very much, Lightning. Awesome job. Parents, thank you. Cal South, thank you.
Great job, Mary. Pick that trophy up, Mary.
Not yet. It's got to be all official. The falling down girl.
She's doing the bicycles.
She is.
We've done this with this young lady so many times that we can't even count anymore. Ladies, you have a very, very special coach.
Thank you.
All right? You listen to her, understand what she's trying to get across to you. You guys are going to be a very, very special team.
Thank you.
behalf of Cal South and the State Cup Committee, we want to present the 2009 Cal South Open Cup Finalist Trophy in Girls U9 to the SoCal Blues. Ladies, congratulations. I know that everybody associated with the club is awfully proud of your accomplishment. Okay, now you've got the bullet on the back. All right. So, hey, just means that you're going to have to work that much harder for next year. But, hey, you went through the tournament, you played everybody you needed to play, and that's why you're champions today. So, again, congratulations.
Jerry. 6 weeks ago, I think it was, we started off in this tournament, and most of us forgot about it for 2 weeks, and we kind of moved on, you know. But what a wonderful tournament it's been, and I've seen good teams in every single round. Every single round, I've seen good teams out there. Everybody's got players that can get you, you know. But it was just absolutely fantastic to come along today and watch semi-final this morning, which surf were absolutely unbelievable. And then a great game against Blues this afternoon again. It was absolutely fantastic, you know. And luckily enough, we ended up at this position right now. So I'm very happy for that. But I have to compliment Blues on the way that they played today. You guys never quit. We went 2 up on you, and we were adjusting all over the place because you guys kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. Absolutely fantastic. You guys can be very proud of yourself and listen to your coach, because coaches know stuff. They know stuff, all right? As far as my own team goes, about 2 years ago, I remember our very first practice, and then some of the parents that are here right now remember this, and I don't want to go on and on. But I remember going to the first practice, and we all walked away going, oh my God, what have we got here? And now we're sitting here today, and we've managed to win State Cup in the under-9 bracket. Girls, what an achievement. Now, you've already been told that, but you just don't understand maybe just yet how big a deal this is for you guys. Absolutely fantastic. We played great the whole tournament. Every single player on the team scored a goal in the tournament, including the goalkeeper. You know, and it was an absolutely wonderful achievement for them to do this today. Well done. I have to say as well that Carlsbad Lightning is a great club to work for. We just don't normally get this far, but we're gradually starting to sneak our way up to this level. And I'm glad to see it happen here today. But once again, girls, well done. Well done. Jocelyn! Mia! Keely Webb! Riley! Nicole! Jenna! There you go, baby. Daphne! Delaney! Morgan! There you go, babe. Well done, honey. Ruby! Tina! There you go. You got it? Get the other way around. There you go. She's been like this all year. Kate! There you go, dude. We got everybody? Oh! I like to always, at the end of the tournament, try and pick my MVP. And today, this kid kept us in it. And she's always a worry to me. So's her mother, by the way. Where's she at? They get here like about 2 seconds before the game starts. But she had an absolutely fantastic game today. Saved the penalty, the whole deal. Ashley, well done. No, that's it. We got everybody here. Hang on, guys. Hang
Hold on, Jerry.
on.
Put this on you here.
Okay, with Nike being the sponsor for Cal South, we want to present Nike game ball to Carlsbad Lightning Red, and he can do, and coach can do with it as he sees fit.
I'll think about it.
That's huge. Oh my God.
And
10 inches.
we want to present the 2009 Cal South Open Cup Champion Trophy in Girls U9 to the Carlsbad Lightning Red.
Mia Wagoner, how does it feel to be a state cup champ?
Great.
How about a little more? You had a lot of goals, right?
1 or 2.
Right on. And are you excited about this team?
Yes.
All right, call up the next person. Let's get Nicole in here. Come on, Nicole. Nicole, congratulations on your first state cup win. What do you think of that?
I think it's really cool that we had the chance to try and make it all the way to the end.
And you did a fantastic job. Thank you very much, Nicole. Good job. Come on, Kaylee Dean. Kaylee Webb, how you doing?
Good.
What's it like being a state cup champ?
Very good.
You think so? Did you have a good time? You had a lot of headers in that game. What did you think about that semifinal against Surf?
They played really good.
They played really good. Who beat them?
We did.
Right on. Good job, girls. Come on, Riley. Riley Pigeon, stalwart defensive player. What do you think about your state cup win?
Happy.
You're very happy. Anything else?
No.
Who are you? Number 1?
Yes.
All right, number 1.
7.
Come on, Tina. Here we go, Tina. I'm going to ask you the same question. So what's it like, Tina, having a state cup victory?
Awesome.
Awesome. Do you want to say anything else? What do you think of Lancaster in this weather?
The weather's good, but this place is dirty.
It is. It's dirty. All right. Thank you, honey. Come on, Ruby. Ruby, you're a state cup champ. Snowplow girl. What do you think?
It feels really good to be a snowplow girl.
I bet. I think you had a fantastic run at this state cup. I think you were fantastic out there and you played your heart out. Thank you for coming. What do you think of all those goals today?
Well, it felt really good. Like, it was really neat to win the state cup because this is my first time.
Yep.
So it just felt really good to win it.
Thank you very much, honey. Come on up, Ashley. Ashley, not only are you the state cup champ player, but you're also the MVP of the state cup final game. What do you think of that?
Cool and
You're
awesome.
the most valuable player. You
And I
were
love my
fantastic.
coach.
That's right. You love your coach. Good job. Thanks, Ashley. Come on, Daphne. Daphne, you've got the biggest heart in the smallest body out there. I think you were fantastic. What do you think about your state cup win there?
I think it's really cool that I gotta be here and not really many people get to do this.
That's right. Not many people make it this far, right?
No.
There were only 25 people that made it this far. 25 kids. That's fantastic. Good job.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Come on, Delaney. Delaney's nickname is Wayne.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's not. Delaney.
Thank you.
Fantastic.